Yeah, we got that, but first we're gonna unload. We got a new block for the Integra. Yeah, it's a used block and it's got some aftermarket pistons that are unknown. It's been bored a little bit. I think it's 81.5 millimeter. He doesn't even know if it's got stock rods or aftermarket rods, but apparently he took it out of the car because it was smoking. So I'm gonna get that block out. It's actually right here. A little bit of surface rust. So I'm gonna get that thing out of the back of the truck, get it on the engine stand, which I just picked up. It's my dad's. Thank you, Dad. Get the pistons out of it, and then measure, and then put the rings in and measure the ring gap, see if they're like super worn out or anything, and probably dingle ball or dingle hone the cylinder walls. And if it needs rings, drop rings on those pistons and slap it all back together. And I think that's what I'm going to use for my new bottom end. He said there was no knocks or anything like that. We'll check up.
He said it smoked. That's all.
Yeah, just smoke. So, and we'll look at the rod bearings when I get those out too. But
nah, send it.
Send it, no. Oh, look at the Ford Integra, looking all sad.
It's like I ain't got no wheels no more.
It is sad. Here, let's cut to unloading this thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
All right, we just put the piece on the back of the motor that slides into the engine stand. So now me and Peyton are gonna muscle that thing on there. Maybe. You can't hold on to that. Hold on to it like the boot, yeah. Because that moves. All right, Peyton, what do you think?
It's on there.
Yeah. See, here's these pistons, guys. Let's see here. If I can get it clean. I'll wipe it off.
Oh,
it's see, they're really smooth. They don't look like cast pistons at all, and they don't feel like it. They're like super smooth, super shiny when we clean them, and they clean up. Like that one's got a lot of like gunk and carbon on it, but once I get some free time, I'm going to be pulling that thing apart. That'll probably be another video. It's a little hot out to be doing that right this second. So
yeah,
pulling that one apart and seeing what it looks like. But for now, I'm going to spray it down with a little bit of like WD-40 or just some oil to keep. See, it's got a little bit of surface rust in these cylinder walls, but nothing that won't come out with a ball hone. Alright, pop that pan off. Uh-oh. What's all that?
Yeah, that is...
Ooh.
What is that?
It's metal. This bottom end may not be that good.
You don't think so?
I don't know. It's a lot of... Oh, it's a lot of metal. Ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Dang.
That's big metal, too.
Yeah, there's like chunks.
Shot.
Yeah, we won't know. Alright, this is, I believe this is called the windage tray. We're going to pull that off.
Why does it look like it's been, like, rubbed?
It's hot. It's gotten hot before. Alright. How's it looking so far?
Oh, I can't see anything now.
No, I mean, everything looks decent.
Looks oily.
What do you want to start off with? This side?
Sure.
Boom. We're not going to pull the mains, at least not yet. We're going to pull a rod first. Or actually, we'll do one of these. Yeah, we'll just pull a rod first and then go from there.
Yep. Alright guys, so we pulled the first piston, what we're going to call it number one. Well, number one. Ran around inside to get some bags so we can number them. He's calling the tuner. I think, cause he's gonna ask a few questions because of the oil or the metal shavings in the oil pan. But we're gonna pull them all. So we got the first one. I mean, to me, everything looks good.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Good so far. I mean, the bearings look good, but I was just worried about that
metal
on the bottom.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. But back to the time lapse.
Yeah, we're gonna pull the rest of these pistons out. All right, guys. This is the last piston that we pulled out. Hold on, let me zoom back out. Number 4, yeah. The skirt, like, it's got the coating and stuff. The coatings wore off most of the skirts, but the pistons seem to be in pretty good shape. We're gonna clean them up. But what I was more worried about was the actual bearings. Let me see. Let me wipe this oil.
They don't look bad.
The bearings are not showing any copper or anything. No gold or whatever. And the actual crank, the crank doesn't seem to be too bad either. I'm gonna get a second opinion because, you know, I'm not perfect by any means, and I don't know everything. I actually know a whole lot of nothing. I know how to take stuff apart. Putting stuff back together and making it run right is an entirely different story. But I kept track of which piston came out of which bore and what orientation they were in, and also the orientation for the rods. But whoever did this was a stock or a budget build, because these are stock rods on top of some aftermarket pistons. And it looks like, let's see, what's that? P73A on one side and HF2 on the other side. So we're gonna get on Google real quick and see if we can find out what that is. We'll be right back. Alright, we were just turning it over just to see how well or how smooth it was, because we have no idea about this motor at all. And gosh, she's buttery. She's smooth. Buttery smooth. Is that smooth? Hold on.
That was pretty smooth. Like, I did that with one finger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're gonna oil this thing down. I'm gonna cover it up. And I'm going to take those to machine shop, just get them looked at. Or I might take them actually down to James and have James look at them at J Mills Tuning. And then we'll go from there. If I need to, I'll probably need to throw a set of rod bearings on. If those pistons will work.
Wow, the bearings didn't look bad though.
I don't know.
Just cause?
Just cause, yeah. See if the bearings aren't wore out, then I throw a new set of bearings on. Those shouldn't wear out, right? Is that how it works? I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like new's better than old.
You're right about that.
New's better than old. I just want
like this new block.
this fresh new block, yeah. I just don't want any more issues. I mean, we're gonna have issues, but yeah. Ellie. She's blind. Just kidding.
Roast her.
Cow dog. All right, guys. Well, what else are we doing?
That's pretty much it. I think. Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, and I'm Brandon.
And I'm Hayden.
I'll see you on the next one. Alright, I was getting ready to cover the motor up, and I was looking for my tarp. Anyway, my tarp must have blew away or somebody borrowed it, and I never got it back. Yeah, so to protect the motor from the rain, guess what I found?
A rain jacket.
My rain jacket.
It actually looks like a good rain jacket.
No, this is actually a really good rain jacket. Here, hold this. I'm gonna dust it off. You know, don't want anything in the motor. Right, Ellie? And now.
Boom.
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 Boom. Now the motor is protected from the rain.
There's gonna be that one guy that's gonna be like, you're gonna have dust particles in your motor.
There's more than dust particles in there right now.
Yeah, really.
And hold on, to make sure it holds on there good, what we're gonna put on.
With the million other parts we have around.
Oh, the turbo.
The turbo. You're gonna come out one more month. Don't fall off.
No, that's not falling.
It's not falling.
It's seated. It's seated in. There we go.
We're good.
We're good now. All right, cut it.
Cut it. Boom. The Integra, gutless. Civic. Oh, we got the Audi. Nah, nobody cares. All right. Later, guys.